My name is Daniel, and I'm sharing this because I still can't believe it happened. If you've ever thought about moving into your dream home, listen to my story first. It might make you think twice. It started about 2 years ago. I was tired of apartment living and wanted a fresh start. When I found the listing for this house, it felt like fate. It was an old Victorian-style home with beautiful bay windows, a wraparound porch, and just the right amount of wear and tear to feel charming. The price was ridiculously low, but the realtor chalked it up to the house being on the market for so long. "People want newer builds these days," she said. "They don't appreciate character." I signed the papers without a second thought. It felt like the house had been waiting for me. Moving day was uneventful, but as night fell, the house took on a different vibe. It was too quiet. The kind of quiet that makes your ears ring. I brushed it off as me not being used to the lack of city noise. Around 2 a.m., I woke up to a sound. It wasn't loud, just a faint scratching coming from the walls. I told myself, it was probably mice or maybe an old pipe settling. Still, I couldn't fall back asleep. The next morning, I decided to explore the attic. I hadn't paid much attention to it during the walkthrough. The door was stiff, and when I finally managed to open it, a wave of stale air hit me. The attic was cluttered with old furniture, boxes, and what looked like decades of forgotten belongings. In the far corner, something caught my eye. It was a small wooden box with intricate carvings. Inside, I found a bundle of old letters tied with a red ribbon. They were dated from the 1940s and written by someone named Eleanor. The letters were unsettling. Eleanor talked about feeling trapped in the house, about hearing voices at night and seeing things she couldn't explain. The last letter ended abruptly with the words, "It won't let me leave." That night, I heard the scratching again. This time it was louder and coming from directly above my bed. My heart raced as I grabbed a flashlight and climbed into the attic. The noise stopped the moment I opened the door. But something was different. The wooden box was now in the middle of the floor, even though I had left it in the corner. I was sure of it. I put the box back and went downstairs, trying to convince myself I was imagining things. As I lay in bed, I felt a cold breeze brush over my face. The windows were shut. Then I heard it, a whisper. Just one word, leave. Over the next few weeks, things got worse. Doors would slam shut on their own. Lights flickered constantly, no matter how many times I replaced the bulbs. One morning, I found deep scratches on the inside of my bedroom door, as if something had been trying to get in. The final straw came when I woke up to find every piece of furniture in the living room stacked in a perfect pyramid. I didn't hear a thing during the night, and there was no way I could have done it myself. I called the realtor, demanding answers. She hesitated before finally admitting the truth. "You're not the first owner to complain," she said. "People say the house has a presence." I decided to bring in a paranormal investigator. They set up cameras and audio recorders throughout the house. The first night, nothing happened. But on the second night, one of the cameras caught something I wish I'd never seen. It was a shadowy figure, tall and thin, moving slowly across the living room. The audio recorder picked up whispers, dozens of them, overlapping and unintelligible, except for one clear phrase. "You don't belong here." By this point, I was desperate to leave, but every time I tried to pack, something stopped me. Objects would go missing. My car keys vanished for 3 days, only to reappear on the attic stairs. On my last night in the house, I woke up to the feeling of hands gripping my ankles. I couldn't move, couldn't scream. The room was freezing, and the air felt thick, like it was pressing down on me. When I finally broke free, I grabbed my keys and ran. I didn't care about my belongings. I just needed to get out. I never went back. I hired a company to retrieve my things, but they refused to enter the house after one of their workers claimed he saw a woman's face in the upstairs window. The house is still there, but it's been vacant ever since. Sometimes I drive by, and I swear I see shadows moving behind the curtains. Whatever's in that house, it doesn't want to be alone.